to your bed. Go to your bed. Lay down. Lay down. Hello. Welcome to your movement practice. This movement practice is Pilates based. We're going to do mat Pilates. It's intro, beginner Pilates. So we're not going to be lifting our head and shoulders when we're doing these exercises. We're gonna stay focused on our breath and making sure we're getting the movement just right before we start picking up our head and shoulders. We want to make sure we're not going to tweak our neck or shoulder girdle while we're doing these practices. So I want to make sure you're learning the practices before you go to more advanced levels of doing crunches and stuff like that. Okay, so we're going to do a little warm up, and then we'll do the bulk of the exercise, and then we're going to do a cool down. The first warm up we're going to do is in a tabletop. So from this tabletop is where we're going to get all organized for this practice. Let's start with setting up a really solid foundation. The hands are spread out, fingers are spread, the wrists are under the shoulders, and the knees are under the pelvis, if not a little wider. Go ahead and point your toes. And then notice a neutral tilt of your spine. You could do a little bit of an arch and like kind of broaden or splaying out the shoulders. That's not what we want to be doing right now. We're going to be tightening up the shoulder girdle and neutralizing the pelvis. So when we're doing the cat-cow, we're going to arch and round the spine. When we're arching the spine, we're going to inhale, and when we're rounding the spine, we'll exhale. Inhale for the arch, exhale for the round. Let's do about 6 rounds. And when we're exhaling, we're really drawing that belly up and in toward the spine. Seeing if the belly muscles can protect the lower back. Exhale, round. Inhale, looking up, sticking the tailbone up to the sky. Keep your toes nice and pointed. Let's do 2 more rounds. And then the next round, we're going to arch the back and stay in this arched position. Stay in the arched position and push your hands into the ground. Feel your belly tighten. Feel your shoulders broaden. And look up a little bit higher. See if you can stretch your chin, your face, your neck. And then on an exhale, start to very slowly and meticulously round the spine, dropping crown of head toward the ground and drawing your pubic bone toward your forehead. And then we're hollowing out the belly. It's like we can fit a beach ball under here. We're hollowing out and rolling our shoulders forward. And then coming back to a neutral spine. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is a standing movement. Oh yeah, I don't think my video is going to show my head, but it's okay. We're going to open up our arms, and then we're going to dive down. So my hands are like I'm going to dive into a pool, and I'm closing my hips and I'm rounding my spine. Fingers tap down. I'm going to walk my hands out to a plank position. Straight legs if you can. Get a little movement in the ankles. And then pushing your hands onto the ground to walk your hands all the way back up. And then roll like you're unfurling your spine back to standing. Reach the arms up. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, dive back down. Round your shoulders, round your back. Hug your belly up. Hands tap down, walking them out. Nice and slow. We're just warming up. We're just getting range of motion. And then a little bit of movement on the feet. Push the ground away with your hands. Exhale, walking your hands towards your feet. And unfurling. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale to dive down. Plant the hands, walk the hands out. Nice and slow. Try to keep your legs straight. Inhale in your plank. See if you can get a little movement at the feet, the ankles. Another inhale here. So the exhale, you're tight in the belly and you're walking your hands towards your feet. Unfurling. Nice and slow, bit by bit. Inhale up. Arms are up. Exhale. Okay, carve your belly out. And round your spine. Walking it out. Place your hands right under the shoulders. Spread out the fingers. Maybe you can roll onto the tops of the feet. Maybe you just stay in this little position where it's kind of like you're about to take off. Getting a little spring in the step. Exhale, hands walk back toward the feet. And slowly unfurl. We're going to do this one more time. Inhale, the arms come up. And exhale, dive down. So you're caving your shoulders down. You're stretching your back body, hugging your rib cage towards your pelvis. Hands tap down. Walking it out nice and slow. Keep the legs straight. Inhale here. Press the ground so that you're rounding your upper back. Exhale. Walking it back towards your feet. And unfurling. Reach the arms up. And exhale, we're going to sit down onto our mat. And we're going to do a little pelvic tilt. So I really like starting any kind of ab exercise with the pelvic tilt. I'm watching this dog and cat, and I just noticed the cat just landed in its like carrier. You know, the carrier that you take it places with, and I thought that's kind of funny. Usually cats don't like to be in there. Oh, there she is. Or he. Okay, so pelvic tilt. We're going to exhale, lift the hips up. Inhale, arch the back. So I'm going to move my hands so maybe you can see. Exhale. And the inhale is tenting the lower back. Exhale, hug the belly really, really tight. You're squeezing the ab muscles, lifting up the pubic bone. Excuse me, Willow. And then inhale, tent the lower back. Exhale. And inhale. So it's really subtle. I'm not picking my pelvis off the ground. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Willow, go to your bed. Go to your bed. Go lay down, Willow. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Okay. Let's do this for 20. And one more. Okay, so now we're going to do the hundreds. In the hundreds with Pilates, you have your leg. Let's start with our legs up. You can make some circles at the ankles, point and flex. And then we're going to have the heels together, the toes apart, point the toes, and then lower the legs to the point where you feel like your belly muscles work. I mean, you can be getting down to the level of having your legs down here. I'm not expecting that. Your legs can even just stay up here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pump our arms like this. So usually we're in this kind of position. We can be here. You can have your knees even bent for a little bit easier. Bend your knees, keep your knees stacked over your hips. And then sometimes usually what we do is we lift the whole shoulder girdle. Today, I just want us to start out with having the legs maybe straight, heels together, toes apart, arms down by the side body. And we're going to take inhale for 5, exhale for 5, and we're going to do that for 10 rounds. Okay? So we're going to go. Tighten your core. Keep it really tight. The breath is up in your chest. We're halfway on. And drain out your breath. Draw your knees in toward your chest. Make some circles with the knees. Circles the other direction. Okay, now we're going to do the single leg stretch. So start with your legs up toward the sky. Single leg stretch is bent knees. One knee comes in, the other leg hovers over the ground. Well, that just feels kind of good right now. Okay, so keep the leg hovering over the ground. On the exhale, we pull the knee in toward the chest. On the inhale, we scissor the legs. Exhale, pull the opposite knee in. Inhale, switch. Exhale in. Try to stay relaxed in your neck. We're doing 20. We're at 4. And just keep it slow. Have the intention be all about the form. Keep your form nice and strong. Keep the shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Keep your toes pointed. Hug your knee in as much as you can. Notice how I'm switching my hand position. The corresponding hand to the leg goes underneath the knee. The other hand goes down on the shin. We're halfway there. 10 more. Keep sealing your lower back. 8. 6. 5. 1 more on each side. Draw the knees in. Willow, go to your bed. Go lay down. Go lay down. Willow, go lay down. Okay, I think Willow's in the frame. Willow, go to your bed. Go to your bed. Go lay down. Go lay down. Okay, now we're gonna do the double leg stretch. So the double leg stretch, just like the single leg, the knees are bent. And we're gonna stretch the legs out, heels together, arms go up over the head. I make a little diamond shape with my forefinger and the thumb. I just think it's kind of fun. So when the legs go out, the arms go out. And when they come in, the arms go out broad. Pull the knees in. Exhale. Let's inhale. When we're opening. And exhale to hug the knees in. We're just going to do 10 of these. The more you push your heels into each other, the more you're going to be working your abs rather than your hip flexors. Arms are going really broad. Keep your hands active. We got like our jazz hands. Four more. Your legs could be up here. They do not need to be going as low toward the ground as mine are. You can have them up a little bit up higher. Let's do 2 more. Inhale and exhale as you draw the knees in. Inhale for extension. Seal your lower back on the mat. Exhale in. All right, let's make some circles at the ankles. Let's plant the feet on the ground. Let the knees go side to side. Drop the knees one side. Feel the stretch in your belly, the stretch in your hip flexors. Rub it out. Willow, go to your bed. Go lay down. Willow, go lay down. Okay. Stretch it out on the other side. Okay. Now we're going to do the leg circles. So let's have the legs go back up. One leg goes down, one leg goes up, and think about making a circle on the ceiling, like about the size of a basketball. So my hands are planted down deep, and my leg that's down is very flexed. I'm pointing my toes, but I'm engaging the leg. And then 10 circles the other direction. Belly is tight, breath is up in the chest. I'm just making circles out of my hip joint. And then draw the knee in, let that leg glide down, point the toes, draw the next leg up, point the toes. And circles for 10. I'm tightening my abs continuously and breathing up in my chest. Pelvic floor is tight. 2, on 1, 10 the other way. And draw the knee in, extend the leg. Now we're going to do some bridge pulses. Okay, so the feet are going to go underneath the knees. Hands are down by the side body. When we go up, we're going to press the hands into the mat. Willow, go to your bed. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Good girl. Okay. Exhale to go down bit by bit. Inhale to press the hips up. Exhale to go down. Inhale to press up. And when you're pressing up, you're squeezing your glutes and you're lifting your hips like maybe higher than you think they can go, because you want to be getting extension in your front body. The hands are acting like a crutch. They're like pushing you up even further. Your shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. Okay, so we're going to go down and we're going to go up for 10, 9, 8, 7. Let's go one more time and then we're going to pulse. So we're just going to drop down about an inch or two and then pulse it right back up for 20, 19, 18. Squeeze the butt. 17, 16, 15. 10. Squeeze the butt for 3, 2, and 1. Last time, squeeze it until fatigue and then slowly lower down. So I want you to keep in mind, especially because this is for beginners, it's good to go past the level of thinking you can't do it anymore. That's when you get the muscle tears and that's when you actually build muscle. So practice that when you're doing these workouts, that even when you want to give up, don't stop. Keep doing it, even if your form is slightly compromised. Okay, so to get into the sideline movements, okay, maybe next video we're going to put the dog and the cat in the room. Go lay down. Lay down. Lay down, Willow. Lay down. Okay, so sideline, you're going to be at the back of your mat or wherever you are. You just want to make sure that your legs are pitched forward ever so slightly. Okay, and then the opposite hand is going to be in the front of the body and it's close by. The fingers are spread wide. Okay, so first we're just going to do the leg kicks up and the leg goes down. And the leg's not just dropping down. The leg is going down with integrity, with control. So point your toes to kick the leg up, flex the foot to drop the leg down. For 10. Squeeze the abs. Almost there. 4. And 1 more. Okay, now we're going to make circles just like we did when we were laying on our back. Size of a basketball. Check out what's going on down there. The ankle is like your midpoint. You can keep your hand here. You can even have your head down on your bicep if that's more comfortable for your neck. 3, 2, 1. Switch directions. Belly is super tight right now. We're breathing in the chest. We're not taking belly breath. Every exhale, we're reminding ourselves to do our Kegel. 3, 2, 1. Drop the leg. Now draw the knees in towards your chest. The feet are out by your bum, and they're in the same line as your bum. I'm going to lift up. So we're going to do the little clamshells. So your heels are gonna lift off the ground. Keep your heels together and keep your pelvis stacked. I don't wanna see the pelvis drop to the back or to the front. Keep your pelvis stacked perpendicular or perpendicular to the ground. Okay, so you're gonna keep your heels together, spread out your toes, and we're just opening and closing the knees. Inhaling, exhaling. For a 10. Squeeze the butt. You can even have your hand on your glutes to really feel the activation. For 6. And get up as far as you can, really maximizing your range of motion. And last one, squeeze up with control. It's going down. And then bang it out. I like to make a little fist and kind of massage your glutes, massage your leg, and then prop yourself up. Let's go to the other side. Okay, so I'm going to the back of my mat because the idea here is that I'm just trying to be straight. I don't want to be like all curvy in this posture. I'm pitching my legs forward about a 30-degree angle. Hand is resting on the kind of like the back of the ear area. And then we're going to pick up the top leg. We're going to flex the leg down and point the toes up. We're doing this for 10. And one more. Okay, and keep the burn, point the toes. Now we're making those little circles. 10 this direction. And 10 the other direction. And then feet together. Bend the knees, lift up the feet, keep the heels together, toes apart. We're closing and opening the knees. This is the clamshell exercise. You can keep your hand on your outer glute to make sure you're squeezing and engaging in your glutes. Let's do 8 more. And 2, and 1. Go up as far as you can. Relax it down, relax your feet, and then massage out the glutes. Okay. Now we're going to do a little swimming exercise. Go to your bed. Go to your bed. Okay, so for swimming, we're going to lower ourselves down with control. We're not just going to plop down. So when we're going down into swimming, I think of being like with the knees down in a plank position. Hands are spread out, knees are kind of together. Keep your toes curled under. And then the elbows bent in towards your side body, and we slowly lower ourselves down, looking down at the floor, and then reaching your arms forward. Rest your forehead down, point your toes, and then we're going to lift up opposite hand and foot. Inhale to lift and switch. So in this practice, I'm actually trying to lift my belly off the mat. I'm squeezing my butt, and I'm not moving very far. Maybe it's like 3 or 4 inches. It's not about getting your leg and your arm high. It's about keeping them lengthened and squeezing your abs, letting your abs try to reach off the ground. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms down by your side body. Curl your toes under. Press back through that plank type position. Okay, we're going to stay in this type of form. So we're going to be, go to your bed. Go lay down. Go lay down, sweetheart. Okay, so we're in the tabletop position. And so the next exercise is going to be from a hovering tabletop to a down dog. So we're going to be down dog, hover tabletop, forward. Hover tabletop, down dog, hover tabletop, forward. Hover, down dog, hover, forward. Okay, and we're going to do this for about 8 more times. I didn't have the best alignment for my plank type position. I'm going to try to spread out my hands a little bit more. Okay, so we're going plank, hover, down dog, hover, plank, hover, down dog. Nice and slow. Control your core. Press through your hands so your shoulders are integral. And 2 more. And last one. In the plank position, let's lower the knees down. Press back to a child's pose. Okay, we're going to try a little side plank with the hip dip. Side plank with hip dip. Okay, so side plank, we're going to start with our bottom elbow down, bottom leg down, top leg can be extended. Or you can have both legs in this type of position, both knees bent. And so on an exhale, you're going to dip the hip, inhale, prop up. Exhale down, inhale up. For a 10, squeeze the core. 8, 7, 5, 1. Hold it up, reach the arm up and over. See if you can stretch out the other way. And then set the hip down and walk over to get over to the other side. So bottom knees down, top leg straight, elbow stacked under the shoulder. You can have your arm up, your arm at the side body, your arm on your hip. I kind of like my hand on my hip because it reminds me to keep everything tracking like a train track. We want to have elbow, shoulder, hip, knees, ankles, everything in one plane. Okay, exhale, dip, inhale up for 10, 8, 9, and reach the arm up. See if you can arch your side body. And relaxing down. Let's see what else do I have in mind. Side plank. All right, it's time for our cool down. So our cool down, the first thing we're going to do is a sphinx. So same situation. When we're getting down onto our belly, you could be in a tabletop, and from the tabletop, you're in a neutral spine. We're not arching and we're not rounding. And we're going to get one elbow down, the other elbow down, and with control, with using your belly, we're placing the belly onto the mat. And then we're going to extend elbows so that they're under the shoulders. So we have a 90-degree angle on the elbow. The fingers are spread out. Legs are hip width distance. Relax your feet, relax your legs. And then press your chest forward, sternums forward. You're getting that round, that arching in the upper back. And I'm really making sure like my belly button is down on the ground. So I'm getting a lot of length in my front body and the compression in just the right spot of the middle back, the thoracic spine. Notice your breath. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Maybe make some movement with the neck and the head. Okay, and then drop your forehead down. Place your hands under the shoulders, curl your toes under, press your body back with flat back. Press back with flat back. Toes together, knees apart, child's pose. Go lay down. Go lay down. Willow, go lay down. Willow thinks the video is about her, huh? Okay, so we're in our child's pose. Child's pose, thinking of lengthening through the spine, forehead taps down. Take Taking deep breaths. Feel the body just be moved by the breath. And then propping up. We're going to do a little forward fold, so feet together in front of the body. We're going to flex the toes, inhale the arms up, exhale to kind of we're hinging at the waist. We're going to exhale, arms go broad, inhale, arms come up. Let's do this a few times. Exhale, hinging at the waist, tuck up and in with the belly. So we're only going as far as we can. Maybe your knees are bent. Maybe you feel your belly lay down onto your thighs. We're trying to keep the back flat. Maybe you're only going this far and coming up again. And then we're going to lengthen out the legs to the sides. Feel a little more stretch in the inner thighs. And then pivot your torso to be looking over one knee. Use your hands to articulate the posture, to articulate the twist of the thoracic spine. We're rotating the rib cage over the leg. Inhale here, exhale, same thing. Straight back, flat back. We're using our hands to support. Elbows are down by the side body, shoulders are pulled in, feet are flexed. Exhale to lower. Inhale to come up. And we're just pulsing it in a few times. We're not doing like the pulsing from the 80s. That's not what we're doing. We're using our breath. We're exhaling down, inhaling in the shape to get some length. Exhale maybe down a deeper or again. Inhaling to maintain the alignment, using the breath, the belly still hugging up and in. Inhale to come up, release, go to the other side. Use your hands, your arms. Your arms are integral. They're pushing into the ground so you have a longer spine. Feet are flexed. Exhale, lower, and inhale up. So the rib cage is pivoting. The thoracic spine is getting that twist. Exhale, lower, inhale up. Exhale, lower, take a breath in. Feel the length. Exhale a little deeper. Elbows stay in by your side body. You're working your biceps and your triceps and the arms while you're getting the stretch and the twist. And pushing up. Let's do a little lateral, little side body stretch. So you're going to place one hand down behind the leg. Exhale over to the side. Inhale, come up. Exhale over to the side. Inhaling up. Let's do that one more time. Exhale to the side and hold it for 3 breaths. Moving the neck so the head looks down and then looks up. Keeping the chin in line with the sternum. Head looks down. Head looks up. Neutral face. One more exhale. The inhale, push the ground away. Reach both hands up and take it over to the other side. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhaling over one more time. Stay here, looking up and looking down. The breath is still in my chest, in my shoulders, in my feet, in my hands, and my belly is super tight. And control, I'm using the muscles of my belly to support my lower back. And then push the ground away. Reach both arms up, circles at the wrists. And then hands go down behind the knees, collect the hamstrings and draw the legs together. Let's make a little butterfly shape, feet together, knees apart. Hold on to the toes, straighten out your back, and let your knees kind of flutter. And then see about just hinging your weight forward. Chin stays slightly tucked so the crown of the head is going in the same line as the rest of the spine. Great, and then hands behind the hips, plant the feet so they're wider than the hips, the knees are up. You're gonna drop the knees to the side, inhale them up, exhale to the side. So I think of this as kind of like my little mermaid stretch where I beam my chest up, gazing over to the side, the opposite side of the knees. Inhale, knees up, exhale to the side, pause. Feel the arms nice and strong, feel the fingers spread out. Notice the belly breath. Notice the breath in the chest. Inhale up, hold it. One more breath here. Exhale. Inhale, beam the chest, space in the shoulders, looking the opposite way of the knees. Little spinal twist. Full breath. And exhale, when there's contraction in the abs, you shift out of the position, cross at the ankles, bring the hands to the heart, bow the face down. Thank yourself for setting up this time for yourself to practice.